Well, here we are, and this is called the New World Practitioner Live Q&A. Now, what does that mean? Well, New World Practitioner is actually a certification course that we do, and it's approximately a month long. It's 28 days, actually. And here's the reality. Whether you want to take our courses or not and become certified or just get the best information you've ever had, which I truly believe over 43 years of practice that we've been able to accomplish, you still have to become your own practitioner. Even if you don't want to come and take our courses, you still got to become your own practitioner. You got to go into our library and you got to dive in deep and you got to learn how to look after yourself, because you've been given a manual that is corrupt, contaminated, and it will cause every autoimmune disease if you follow the rules of these fools. And that's the bottom line. And you can believe it or not. And then you go, oh my gosh, what does he know? He doesn't know. Anyways, he doesn't know. What is he talking about? Well, I don't know. 92% of the population has not one autoimmune disease, but maybe 2 or 3. 92% of the population. 1 out of every 4 children are obese. Seriously? Okay, 3 out of 4 children have symptoms. 8-year-old to 12-year-old, we're seeing fatty livers and cirrhosis of the liver in children. Yeah, okay, we're right on target. Yeah, so don't tell me that things are okay, because they're not okay. And I don't want to just be okay. I want to be amazing, and I want you to be amazing, but you're not going to be unless you know the perfect day. From the minute you wake up in the morning until you go to bed, you've got to be making the decisions for yourself, but you've got to change your mind to change your life. You got to change your mind to change your personality, or you'll never change your reality. So you need to get that. Do you know the one thing that I realized today? And I'm going to tell you this. I need things simplified, okay? I need things simplified. So when people are coming up to me right now and they're coming to new ideas and Dr. Wolf want to do this, 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 and this, I'm saying no. I'm going to bring on any new projects. I'm going to hunker down because the next 2 to 3 years are going to be tough. They're going to be tough. And the more that you simplify your life, the better. Look, I want to help everybody out. And the best thing that I think I can do today is, what can you let go of right now? Think about it. Please, just take a minute. What can you let go of that you should have let go of a long time ago? What can you change in your life to give you more freedom, to give you more calm, more peace? What can you do in your life that shows that you really care and love yourself? What can you do to become the light for your family? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you need to understand that. What do you own right now that you don't need to own? You're going to find out something. You're going to find out in 6 months. You're going to wish you sold this. You did this. You went here. You didn't stay there. You're going to wish that you made some decisions. You know, it's the funniest thing. But on a conscious level, we all know kind of what's going on. But because we're only in the conscious moment for 2 to 5% of the day, we keep sliding back into the subconscious beliefs that they gave us to prepare us to be where we are today. I hardly ever watch TV. Last night I went to watch the new James Bond movie. They told us everything. Okay? And at the end of the movie, what did they say? Do you want to just exist, or do you want to live? And that was their last thing, almost the last thing that was at the end of this movie. In it, they talked about nanobots. In it, they talked about actually putting a vaccine into people. And the vaccine was targeted that if that person came near somebody, it would kill specific people. I used to say Matrix wasn't a movie. I used to say Monsters, Inc. wasn't a movie. Last Night wasn't a movie. Oh, and by the way, James Bond died. Isn't that something? So there goes your hero. So James Bond died. Does that mean that's the end of James Bond? That's the end of that hero? So understand something. You need a hero, but that hero better be you. And why don't you go watch James Bond just as maybe a research project? And then really watch 10 minutes, stop with your family, talk about it. What is the hidden messages? What are the messages they're just giving to you right in your face? It's not just a movie. So Watch what you watch on James Bond, and then watch what happens and see how true to fact it is over the next 3 years. I said 3 years, didn't I? I did say 3 years, yeah. Because that's how much longer this epidemic is going to last. Isn't it something? They actually wrote a book and told us how long this pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it, pandemic is going to last. Wow, they're like a crystal ball. But hasn't everything been a crystal ball? Boy, I wish I was a psychic like that. These psychos are not psychics. They're just psychos. And they wrote the book. And because they know that if you strategize properly, the day that you can actually brainwash people to do the dumbest things, eat the most toxic things, do the most toxic things to themselves and their family and everybody else. So what are you going to do today? I'll tell you right now, you've got 100 days, maybe, before this thing becomes a you-know-what storm. And let's say you were to change 1% a day, which that would be amazing. And you may say 1%, that's nothing. But understand, most people never change. They never change. They just get old and tired. But they don't change, do they? No. Wait till you see how important good nutrition is in these next 3 years. Because I'll tell you something, if you think that you're going to not have to deal with vaccinated people, you got another thing coming. So the only thing you have is your immune system and resistance. But what is that? You need to become the resistance, meaning that you need to resist buying into their BS, their dysfunctional belief systems. You need to be your own cheerleader. I have a great immune system. I'm going to mind my own business. I'm not going to deal with anything anymore about this pandemic or anybody else. And if they start to talk about it, I walk. I'm going to get rid and clear out every cupboard, every garage. I'm going to clear out everything. I'm going to take more control of my life, get rid of things that I really, truly do not need on an emotional and physical level. I'm going to bring in a healthier life. What does that look like? What do I need to do? You know, people say to me, I've got cancer. And I'll say to them, you need to change your personality. You need to change your environment. What does that mean? Well, that means I don't want you hanging around with the same people doing the same things that you did, because that's how you got the cancer. What's the best way to get rid of the cancer? Well, the best way is to start a perfect day and then go someplace where the sun shines and where there's no stress, and be by the ocean so that you can get the iodine, you can get the fresh air, and you need to have no stress for the next 9 months to 12 months. Could you do that? Oh, no, I couldn't do that. Just remember something. It was the environment inside your brain and the environment outside your body that created the cancer. The C in cancer starts for corruption, contamination, and conflict. And what you're left with is ANSER, which is answer. You're the only answer. So you're the only answer to the V situation. You're only answer to the C situation. You are. I was just talking to a lady who said, what do I have to do when I go home? And I said, well, if you fly Aero Mexico, you just need the saliva test inside the mouth. If you fly WestJet, you're going to have to do a PCR test because it's owned by Canada, the airline. And she says to me, bear with me, please. And she says to me, okay, yeah, but is that going to stay the same? I said, nothing's going to stay the same. They're going to keep on changing the rules. This is why I'm going to go to Houston. I need to go to Houston. I need to go to the Mexican embassy. Then I'm going to come back here. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere for the next 3 years. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the garden. I'm going to play volleyball. I'm going to come here, do my videos. And I'm going to have a smile on my face and stay connected to my breath. I created this environment that I have. Nobody's going to give me a healing environment. The world wants to give you a toxic one. They want you to live in the city. They want you to have as much blue light, much 5G, okay, as much of their technology to just program you. They want you to do as much drugs, whether it be street or it be drugstore. Okay, they want you to have as much surgery as possible because you want to cut away all the pieces you hate about yourself, right? It'll go on and on and on and on, you know. Be surprised. Hot water with a little bit of black diamond. So what is health? Well, a lot of people have different definitions. Ask a medical doctor. It's not going to be like a natural health doctor. And then ask a natural health doctor, and it's not going to be like his definition is not going to be mine. Because my version of health is feeding spirit. You feed the spirit, you heal the body. You fill your own heart up with love and make nobody else responsible for it. You become a high vibrational being. Your potential becomes unlimited. Try to think about this. That beautiful heart of yours is the recorder of all your love relationships. How's that working for you? That's why heart disease is the main killer around the world, because our hearts are broken, our hearts are empty, our hearts are in pieces. She broke my heart. He broke my heart. My heart hurts. My achy, breaky heart. Nobody's responsible for putting love into your heart. You have to love yourself first and foremost. Fill up your heart every day, and don't make your family responsible for making you feel like you're worthy. If you could do that, and you could become a Braveheart warrior like that, that is the gift that you will give your family. When you no longer have these little tantrums. God, I've never seen anybody have more tantrums than adults. What about you? I'm not putting people down. I'm not putting adults down. I get it. You got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of what? Programming. Okay? And it's toxic. And everything in the last 250 years, that's when they really started to rev it. But when they really turned the heat on was right after the Second World War. And everything that they offer us is toxic, and they give us false hope. And they take everything from us. Everything. And they want to take it, and they want to take it from us piece at a time. So that by the time that you're starting to find your youth is going, they want you out of here. We've always been slaves. Take a look back thousands of years, and you'll see that we've always had these on, muzzles, diapers, whatever you want to call them. We've always been told what to do. We've always been suppressed. They told us that the justice system is justice, but it's not. It's their system. There's only one justice system, and that's unconditional love for yourself. There's only one healthcare, and that's self-care. And if you don't do that, then you'll never shine the light. You'll never shine the light to help your family get out of this darkness. So anyways, I know I went on a little bit, and it's supposed to be all about health, and we'll talk about health products. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about today. And if this phone doesn't stop ringing, okay, let me just do something here. There we go. So we'll talk about health. We'll talk about products. Let's go to the last questions that we had, okay? But you got to understand something. What's more important than me talking about physical health? What's more important than me selling products just because we have a Black Friday sale? Is telling you that you're beautiful. Is telling you that you don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know how much you're loved by that who created the universe, and that who created everything physical down here is a manipulating, lying snake. Oh, there you go. Now I feel better. Well, tell me it isn't. You know, the promise of what? Okay? Promise yourself that you're going to love and care for yourself right now and every moment forward. Connect to your lion heart breathing, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Wear a slight smile no matter what goes on. Keep your chin up and tell yourself, I got this. 3, 2, 1, I got this. Put a hairband on or a love band and snap back to the present as much as you can until you own the present moment, because that's the only place you can heal or feel. And stop thinking your way through things. Start feeling your way through things, because we are emotional, light energy, electrical, magnetic beings. Emotional, energy, and motion. That's all I want to say about that. Marlene, is that the first one, or is there one up above that? I can't see.
We already answered that.
Thank you. Marlene, I would like to come to Mexico. I never wear masks as I can't breathe with them on. Is there one you can recommend? No, you know what? I'll tell you, yeah, the silver one. And where do we get that again? True, TRU47.com. TRU47.com. There it is. There it is. Are you showing it to them?
I'm going to try.
Okay, he's going to try to show it to you. And we got that from Dr. Judy Mikovits, okay? No, not that, but that's fine. But it's for doggies. Okay, can we go back? 247, just show them the mask. There it is. Nope, that's not it either. There's the mask. Okay, so they have masks like that. Okay, now that's fine. Don't have to bring it up. 247 if you want to buy a mask. But here's the deal. I lost mine. It's things like $54. So what I did was I went and got a mask. It was double layered. So I cut the one layer out and it was so thin, you know, that I could breathe through it. So that's what I did. And you got to understand something. When we fly, okay, we're either drinking or eating. And in the airport, I never wear it unless I'm going through the customs part where they're checking your luggage. That's the only time I wear it. I don't wear it when I'm walking through the airport. I don't wear it in the plane because I'm always drinking something. As long as, would you like a drink, sir? Would you like a drink, sir? Would you like a drink, sir? Okay, all right. Anyways, so that's about the only time you really have to wear it. So there you go. Next question. Tracy, Dr. Darrow, what do you mean? Oh no, we did this one.
Okay, and then Dylan, but he's on this video now and he's asking it again.
Okay, well, let's get rid of those and let's go to this.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so right here.
Okay, I have a question. Do you know anything about balding? Yes, I do. Male pattern baldness. What is the true cause? A real cure? I think it's obvious that they are hiding that as well. The hair follicles become clogged and there has to be a way to unclog them. Let me tell you something. I got 25% more hair because I use Clapper. And I know you're not going to want to hear this, but this is how you get your hair back. I'm going to go through the whole thing. And the thing I told you don't want to hear is, well, there's a product called Avicin that grows hair better than anything else. And it increases microcirculation in the body by 67%, which is double more than any other energy medicine equipment. You'll see it on my website if you go to store.docofdetox.com. They were $4,000. We're allowed to sell 100 units during Black Friday sale. And they've dropped from 47 to 2,800. There you go. So I can tell you, if you want to join us on Friday, can you tell me when's Tom coming on to talk about the Avicin? Friday?
Friday, 12 p.m.
12 noon Central. We'll just say 12 noon Central. So anyways, 12 noon Central, he's coming on and you can ask him all the questions you want. But even Avicin has been shown to grow 25% more hair. And people that don't grow hair, it actually starts sprouting once you use it. But what you do is you first take a natural skin brush. This skin brush is made out of cactus fiber. This is hemp. And then what you do is you stay like this and you vibrate. First of all, everything's about circulation, right? And you feel the heat in here. It's nice and warm. After you do that, then what you do is you actually clap. And this is called clapping. If you want, you can go take a look at it. Go to my library, which is at Doc of Detox. It's free, docofdetox.com. Go into clapping for health guide. And then go in there and you can use the flat part. This is something that we created. Or you can go to the bumpy part. And I do the bumpy. And I'll clap every other day for about an hour. Neck, shoulders, face, and head. To de-stress. But what I noticed was my hair is getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And you'll actually see your gray hair start to change. So especially if you do things like C60, okay, carbon 60, you can do MCT oil or you can do hemp oil. And also take a look at the Cenonian minerals because we know the graying of the hair is a lack of minerals. So look at the Cenonian mineral product. Now, if you do that, and you also want to use what we call hair restore, after you do all of the skin brushing, the clapping, put the hair restore where you want it. And if you put just a little teeny bit of cayenne with the hair restore, put it on that area and rub it in. It'll warm up. It might even burn a little bit. It's going to open things up and you are going to grow your hair back. If you do what I just said, okay, you will grow your hair back. That's how you stimulate it. And take a look at the Avicin. If you can't afford it, I get it. But if you can, the Avicin will do way more than grow hair. If you increase your circulation more than anything else, and it increases your microcirculation, which is 74% of your circulation is your microcirculation. And once you improve that, then things start healing like diseases, okay? Like certain parts of your body, okay? But I don't want to go into it any deeper than that. Come on the show if you'd like. But that's for hair. That's what I would do if I wanted to keep my hair, get thicker hair, or regrow my hair. That's what I would do. Okay, next question.
One is admin question. Please advise.
Okay. Hi, please advise if this is Svetlana. Thank you. Hi, please advise if vaginal infusion you recommend with silver bullet gel, iodine, fulvic, and frankincense oil will work for male pelvic CA if infused in rectum. Yes, it will. Okay, it's just, and the other thing is I'll tell you what else will. You want to know what else will? First of all, if you're going to do it rectally, and I know you asked the question, so let me just answer it, and you're going to go, oh my God, please. Now he's getting carried away. Get yourself a rectal vibrator. You can find it in my Perfect Day Guide. That's in my library. Just click on Perfect Day Guide. It tells you where to buy it on Amazon, the kind of one, whether it's Canada or United States or worldwide. We have it right in there. So go to the Perfect Day Guide in my library. And what you'll do is you'll put the rectal vibrator in. What we usually do is use what we have. We have a structured moringa oil. It helps to slide in with that. It's worth paying the money. And what you do is you put the vibrator in, you use it for 1 to 3 minutes. Some people go as long as 5. You want to get the whole pelvic region gorged with blood because that circulation is everything. And then once you do that, then you can do the infusion. But even easier and that you might want to look at is getting our CBD bullets. Our CBD bullets, you can order them. You got to call the office though. They're not online. And our CBD bullets have 250 milligrams of CBD in them. Now understand something, there was a huge research that showed that using CBD, they were able to reverse cancer throughout the body and even brain cancer. Think about that one, okay? And this isn't just one scientist researching this. Now, if you take CBD orally, you're looking at a 15% absorption. If you do it rectally, you're looking at 60% absorption. Yeah, go figure. Isn't that something? Okay. So I would be looking at that. Now, if you've got any problem in the pelvis, you want to look at getting Wolf non-surgical. And if you've got any type of a really life-threatening problem, take a look at Cellsonic, CELLSONIC, Cellsonic. Go to store.docofdetox.com, okay, or look in EMF/energy, okay, and then you'll find the Cellsonic in there. Okay, and it'll be talking about it in there. And you can just type in Cellsonic on the search bar of Doc of Detox and it'll take you to it. Go look at that and then get ready to blow your mind. This is a device that puts 25,000 volts. There it is right there. Now you see where it says Cellsonic, $75,000? That's right, it is that. And why? You pay for what you get. And this device will actually help bones grow together that couldn't. Even somebody had their spine cut, it'll actually help the spine to heal. I know you don't believe it, that's okay. And guess what? It's not our fault, but people will have cancer and they'll get a treatment and we'll do like a thermography before and one after, and it shows that the cancer is not lighting up. Okay, so we don't cure cancer. We don't work on cancer. We work on people that are not in alignment with vital health. So what this device does, it aligns the cells and it brings the cells back to vital health very quickly, if you believe what I just said. Okay? So that's called the Cellsonic. So it depends on how deep a hole you've dug, okay? Because people don't get it. The longer and stronger you abuse yourself, the sicker you're going to be and the more you're going to pay. And remember something, everything is about energy and everything is about frequency and everything is about light. So if we can bring in the light, we can bring in the right frequencies, then we should be able to turn around cells that have gone rogue, don't you think?
Well, aren't we getting a Cellsonic here?
We aren't getting one, we have it. What do you mean? Oh. So anyways, we do Cellsonic on our patients right now, on our clients right now. And believe it or not, we are not just working with our patients with it. We train people all over the world Cellsonic. in the last 2 days, we've sold 3 cell sonics. And you might go, wow, that's a lot of money for a device. Well, not if it does what I just said. Would you like to just do something that goes halfway? Because halfway is no way. I mean, if you've got a 20-foot hole, I'm not going to give somebody a 10-foot ladder. They're going to think they're getting out, but will they ever get out? If they walk the ladder, the 10-foot ladder twice, that's it. They're going to get out. It doesn't matter how long you do the treatment. It's got to be powerful enough. Remember something. We're already working on people that have gotten the V. And between using the C60, our humic fulvic products, and using the cell sonic, we're able to dismantle some of the most negative effects that these people are experiencing. Think about that. And I did tell you everything's about energy, everything's about frequency, right? So understand, are these frequency wars going on? What, blue light's not a frequency war? 5G's not a frequency war? Nanobots are not a frequency war? Are we like kidding ourselves here? We need to bring ourselves up to speed on this. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Thank you. Right here.
Michael, any advice on what to do if your partner got vaxxed? LOL. Well, I don't know about laugh out loud. The reality is if your immune system is not up, Michael, okay, guys, did I just talk about James Bond, didn't I? The James Bond movie? Well, the James Bond movie is not a movie. So understand, go watch James Bond and you'll understand that they did injections into people, okay, with nanobots. Isn't that just kind of funny? This last James Bond movie. A friend of mine said, you got to come over and watch it. Wait till you watch this. So I went over last night and we watched it. And you don't tell me that movies aren't trying to tell you something. And right in there, they're saying that they put these nanobots in, and with these nanobots, they're specific, so they will kill just certain people. Okay. So the reality is if your immune system is low, we've got people talking about bruising, about getting really ill, okay, blood clotting, their periods coming when they shouldn't, severe migraines, seizures. These are people that sleep with people, that live with people that have gotten it. Now, whether or not it's mental or physical, you know what? A lot of times it could be emotional, because if you're told something, you're going to believe it and you're going to run with it. But the reality is we know that people are the people that I really believe in that are suffering from this. Okay. Whether you believe this or not, I just talked to a lady yesterday who just left her husband who has had the vax twice, and she left him because of that. So I'm not going to say right or wrong. I'm not going to. But the reality is this, go watch the James Bond movie, and they're warning you. And at the end of the James Bond movie, they say that, are you tired of existing? When do you think you would like to live? You know, they do call this the harvest. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Darrell. Why is iodine so important? Well, for one thing, iodine is not important. It's essential. Iodine, okay, is the greatest disinfector of viral in the body. Did you know that? Did you know with infinite iodine, you spray it in the back of your throat, it'll neutralize a virus in 15 seconds. You know that you can actually take the infinite iodine and use a nebulizer using 1 part iodine, 3 parts structured water or distilled water, but better you structure the water, even if it is distilled, and it'll totally cleanse out the lungs and regenerate the lungs. Iodine doesn't just do that. It balances the thyroid, which means it balances the hormones. It also helps to heal the parathyroid and balance the parathyroid. So did you know that if you don't get enough iodine, okay, that your mental capabilities will be lowered? That's right. You'll feel dumber. Iodine helps intellect. And it doesn't just do that. It helps the nervous system, but it is an immune modulator protector. Now, when are we having that? We're having the actual inventor, Terry Mullins, come on.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
1 second.
1 second, everyone.
Everyone's going to see.
Yeah, but if you just go to my script today, it's there too.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's tomorrow at 12 noon. At 12 noon tomorrow, we have Terry Mullins live Q&A. Okay, everyone? 12 noon. So if you have questions, it's going to be a live Q&A. You can come on and ask anything you want. Challenge him. Go ahead. Challenge him to your heart's content. And just know that the Infinite Iodine is on sale with our Black Friday sale as well. Okay? Where were we here? Tanya, the doctors discovered Hodgkin's cancer. Is there a natural treatment you recommend? Well, first get a perfect day. And Hodgkin's, okay, look at your lymph nodes. They're jam up, jelly tight, girl. And your bowels haven't been working for years. So you backed up your bowels. Your lymph system dumps into your bowels. It's not going to dump into your bowels if your bowel's backed up. Especially if you backed up your bowel, you backed up your liver. And lymph, it moves like molasses. So if you're stagnant and you're not exercising or you're not drinking hot water, you're not on a perfect day diet, that stuff is going to become like tar. So that's how you end up getting it. Remember stagnation, okay, causes infection, which causes inflammation, which causes Hodgkin's cancer. Now listen, let me just say this. What came first, the mosquito or the swamp? The swamp, then the mosquito. You'll never find a mosquito where there's no swamp. Get it? Got it? Good. Your body's become a swamp. That's right. First you stagnated in your large intestine. On an emotional level, you couldn't let things go. Okay? Then you backed that up onto your liver, and you also backed it up in your bowel, and then your lymph system won't dump into something that's backed up. So now you're backing it up into your lymph nodes. When you do that, you get that stagnated waste and it gets infected. It creates inflammation. And then after inflammation comes mutation. And that's how that works. And understand something. There's lots you could be doing. First, get a perfect day diet. Then start doing the ultimate coffee enema. Get the cork out of your bum and start draining your bowel, and then do the ultimate coffee enema and drain the liver, and then find out how those lymph nodes. I would also start clapping the area of the lymph nodes that are in trouble. I would also start using essential oils over those lymph nodes like our frankincense. What else would I be doing? I'd be doing Infinite Iodine. I'd be doing C60. I'd be doing Black Diamond in my drinking water, but I'd be on the perfect day, fresh and raw, whole plant-based diet. For one thing, everything is high vibrational. I'd be drinking hot water until the cows come home, because if you heat up something that's like molasses, will it run better? And then I'd definitely be doing the pelvic squats, the pelvic enhancer, the skin brushing, the clapping. And guess what else? I'd get myself a rebounder, and I'd find out how to rebound properly. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll actually show how to do rebounding. Let me see when. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next day, I'll make that a one a day. I'll show you how to do proper rebounding. Most people don't know how to do it. And it's not good if you don't do it the right way. If you do it the right way, it's amazing. Okay? But understand, if everybody that's got a problem out there, can you spend $150 and get a perfect day consult with us? Because if you do, you get lifetime support. You get a 320-page, okay, health guide for life, okay, called the Perfect Day Guide. All right? And we'll take your calls on a continual basis. What time is your sovereignty program tonight? Roger, it's at 6:45. But Roger, it's going to be on Telegram tomorrow, okay? Because we're going to do it by phone, and then we'll put it up on Telegram tomorrow, okay? We're not going live with this, okay? All right? Next, Karen Keller, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny and Mike Adams would be good guests to have on. I have Dr. Sherry Tenpenny coming on February
8th, tentative.
February 8th, she'll be coming on. Okay, and Mike Adams, he used to come on and would want to come on, but right now, his life is more than swamped. Okay, he's got his own interviews to do. Mike and I are friends. He's part of the whole TTAC group. Also address what betadine and iodine, if allergies can be abated using your product. Absolutely. But no. Infinite Iodine is the only pure iodine on the planet. That's the end of the story on that one. And you can come on the show with Terry, and that was tomorrow at 12 noon. Come on with Terry Mullins. He's the inventor. He'll tell you why it's so good. Clapping feels so good. Iona, yes, it does. Clapping, okay. Where's my clapper? Okay, here it is. Guys, you got to get this. Okay, this is a clapper. And if I clap any part of my body, if I get a bruise, I didn't bruise myself with the clapper. The clapper releases the block, releases the infection, and brings it to the surface. Wouldn't you like to do that? Wouldn't you like to bring dis-ease to the surface? So if it's a light purple, it's not so bad. If it's a dark purple, it's not so good. If it's black, ooh, you're not doing great at all. And it can be brown or green. But if you want to know about clapping, go into my library and go look at Clapping for Health. And these are on sale. And guess what? These are worth thousands of dollars in therapy. What if you were to get every physical block out of your body? Okay, and then I'll give you another gift. What if you were to get every emotional block out of your body? Why don't you go do my Braveheart online intelligence course? Go take a look on my website at Masterclass. Click on that. Then go to Braveheart Intelligence. Okay, click on that. And then put Braveheart free. And then let me see you do my course 3 times. And then tell me that you're still crying. Tell me that you're still angry. Tell me that you're still guilty. Tell me that you're still upset with somebody who raised you or didn't raise you. Okay? Understand this. You change your mind, you change your life. Roger, what will it take? What will take away creaky old man movement joints? Well, guess what, bud? Here you go. I'll give you another free gift. And I mean that. Go to Masterclass, click on A to Z Wellness Masterclass, then go inside and put Wolf Non-Surgical. I just gave you your answer. You know what? How old are you? I bet you're younger than me. I'm going on 66. And the reality, I don't have any creaky joints. It's scar tissue, displaced calcium. And guess what? You can get all your calcium back into your bones and have bones structured like a 30 or 40-year-old. And we have our calcium on sale in a way that if you buy it now, but you got to call in to get it because the FDA won't let it put us on our store. But if you call in to get it, we'll give you 15% off that you can use for a credit because we're not allowed to put it on sale. So lots of rules, but hey, there you go. And the reality is this, it's the scar tissue and the displaced calcium, and we can get rid of all of that. I don't care. You can tell me that you're going to have a knee replacement, hip replacement, you're going to have to go for back surgery. And if we can't reverse it, and if we don't stop you from going from surgery, then we will replace your money on all the body work that we do. How's that? Is that fair? And I promise you, the first time I work on you, it'll do more than any other treatment you've ever had. And even all of the treatments probably combined. Because understand, tell me body workers know this. Go ask a physio, a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, which I have a doctorate in. Okay, a massage therapist, shiatsu therapist, Reiki therapist about scar tissue. They won't even know what to say to you. Go to my A to Z Wellness, like I said, and go take my masterclass. Watch the first 2.5 hours, and I'll show you the whole domino effect of why old age is a fallacy. Getting old is a fallacy. Getting older is not a fallacy, but getting old is a fallacy. And now you got sucker punched, okay? Because to have stiff joints, you've got to have displaced calcium, which means you're acidic. And you're using the calcium to buffer down the tissues so they don't become cancerous. The next thing is this. To have scar tissue means that you have so much inflammation that the body sends fibrin into the area and your connective tissues turn into scar tissue. So now there's no elasticity to them. So now they shrink just like a burger on a barbecue. So now you're stiff. This can all be reversed. Why doesn't somebody challenge me? Come on, why don't you challenge me? You know, people don't challenge us. They just go, wow, that's logical, I'll go. So why didn't somebody challenge me? Oh, I don't think you can fix my knee. I'm already booked for surgery in 2 weeks. I don't need 2 weeks. I only need an hour to prove to you you're not going to surgery. When they tell you you're bone on bone, it's calcium in the cartilage. And even if you only have 10% left, it's going to grow back. It's all going to grow back because that's what the body does. But you've been programmed to believe bones don't grow back. You've been programmed to believe that tissues don't heal anymore, that they don't grow back, that organs won't heal and grow back. Well, that's not true. And I can prove it. Now that's science. Okay, anything else? Or are we pretty well there?
Oh, no, there's lots. What about Henrietta right here?
Henrietta, how you doing?
No, Mary.
Mary, can you tell me what is the difference between ear oil and ear restore? Well, no, they're both the same. Ear restore is the same. We had one called ear clear, and it's actually ear restore. it was too strong. This one here, you can put right into the ear. You'll never, ever burn your ear or the inside. You can put it in and it helps to restore it. But if you've got ear problems, just know you've got tinnitus or you've got ear problems. Just know this, again, it's inflammation. And when you've got tinnitus, there's a little wire that goes from the inner ear to the brain, and that's inflamed. And that's why you get that ringing in the ear. You can get rid of it through what? Clapping, calcium ion therapy, by actually soaking and doing the ear soak. If you go into my website for the do-it-yourself, in the do-it-yourself guide in my library, you'll see it, how to heal the ears. You can put in your ear, you could spray in your ear the infinite iodine, or you could put the silver bullet liquid, you could put a pool of that in your ear. And then but before you do that, guess what you should do? You should actually skin brush around the area. Okay. You could even take a shot glass. Give me a second here. This is called one-shot therapy. Okay. And you can actually take a shot glass and go around the ear, and you'll feel all these crunchies go all around like this, all around about 1 inch, all around the ear and even the TMJ area, and go in there with the bottom of the shot glass and just feel all those crunchies and break everything up first. And then you can also do your clapping, right? Above, behind, below, okay? And really get it all warmed up, and then go on your side, put a pool of the silver in it, and then let that soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. Put a hot pack on top. That's what we want to do. We want to get it to go deep and get rid of that inflammation. Okay, you can also use the mix 50-50 with your bright eyes that we use the fulvic for the eyes, 50-50 with the silver and with the fulvic, and you can do that soak as well. Do that soak 3 times a day and then tell me how you're feeling, okay? Where are we? Henriette. What is your treatment for epileptic seizures, and is there any treatment for advanced Parkinson's? Well, the seizures will lead into Parkinson's, and the Parkinson's can lead into seizures. And both of them are an autoimmune disease, and the nervous system is breaking down, and you need to get a perfect day consult. That person is so on fire with their nervous system. We know that they're a little bit of a terrorist when it comes to anxiety and stress. We know that they've done a lot of sugar and flour. Who knows? Alcohol. Who knows? Too much medication. You know what? People haven't got a clue about their health. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. People always tell me I've got a great diet. I look after my health. When I start going through their health and through their issues, oh my gosh, please. You know what? When you compare yourself to somebody who's trying to kill themselves, you're doing great. Okay. As far as people really loving, honoring, and respecting their body, knowing how to eat and treat themselves, forget it. It's not happening today. It's so easy to program people. You think you know, but if you knew, you wouldn't be there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, that's the whole nervous system breaking down. That person really needs a perfect day on an emotional and physical level. That's a 2-hour consult. Okay, and they're just getting started, but at least they've got lifetime support from us and they can ask questions. I would be using ionic calcium therapy. I'd be using C60. I'd be using black diamond. Okay, what else would I be doing? Daily cleansing tea. I'd be using curcumin cayenne 5000. And I'd be using Ocean Essentials, Mag Infusion. That's where we would start. And I mean, you need those products. I mean, if you're having seizures, you've got Parkinson's, then you have drained yourself and you are on fire. Okay. And that is a full out attack on the body. Okay. Is your CBD bullet from hemp it's from cannabis? Okay. Karen Keller. With severed nerve and transplanted cadaver nerve. That's really cool. That means a nerve from somebody dead. And scar tissue on left forearm. Would you still do deep tissue massage on scar? Yes, I would. Okay, I would do that. And guess why? Because until the scar tissue is gone, You're not going to have circulation. You're not going to have nerve activation. It's the scar tissue that does it. Don't you just love when you go to a doctor and he says, well, you've got stenosis. Well, what's that? Well, that means your nerve is dead. Well, no, it's not dead. It's wrapped with scar tissue. That's why you don't have any feeling. Get rid of the scar tissue. The nerve comes back alive, and I'll come up against any doctor, any surgeon any day about that one. Okay? You got to understand something. Even if I was dumb as a stump, I've been doing this for 44 years. And I'm going to tell you something. I've worked on every issue in the tissues of the body, and we've proven it. It's one thing to say something, but it's one thing to offer a money-back guarantee and saying, this is what I can do. And that's the bottom line on that one. Kim, how do we lower blood pressure naturally? I'm 70, work out every day, eat very healthy. Well, we don't really know if you eat very healthy. You might think you eat very healthy. And I mean that in the best way. I would tell you to get a perfect day consult, and blood pressure is mainly, can be anxiety on an emotional level, and then it can be physical blocks in the body. The first block is usually the colon. Second to that is the liver. And if you get those unblocked, wouldn't your circulation be a lot better? Oh, would it ever? And how do you feel when you have a good poop? Great, eh? How does it feel when your liver's clogged up? Not great. When you're 70 years old, your liver's clogged unless you've gone in, got the cork out of your butt, and you've done the daily cleansing tea, and you've done the ultimate coffee enema. And you've done one twice a day for 10 to 20 days, and then one every day after for at least 30 days, and then we're going to see a new girl. And you need to be on the perfect day diet. And the perfect day diet is a whole plant-based diet. And then we also need to really take a look at other things that are going to jack up your circulation. You can have anything you want, love, but are you willing to take massive personal action and do what we ask you to do? Because we'll back up what we ask you to do because it works. 1 and 1 or 2, not 11, and people get well. The body's amazing, but the information we get is not amazing. Okay? Next. My 27-year-old daughter, that's a young nurse, got both V's. How much and how long should she take the C60? I bought her some. How about this? 4 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon every 4 hours for the rest of her life. And she should also be on the Black Diamond and the daily cleansing tea, and then she'll start to feel a lot better. I'd still tell her to get a perfect day consult. Tim, when is your next whole life coach certification? That is January the 12th. Okay, January the 12th. And just know that it runs, if you stay for the 5 bonus days, it runs for about 28 days. So come for 31 days, okay? Okay, next question I got before too. Tim, I'm going to answer that. Yes, Tim, if you come and take the course once, we'll help you set up. We'll help you build a website. We'll do your pictures. We'll do your videos. We'll show you about the marketing because your job will be to help people. We'll help you with the rest. And yes, yeah, okay, here, the next question he asked is this. Yeah, well, when people become a master trainer, they take the course 3 times and they actually then help us teach it twice. That's different. That's people who are going to go around the world and help us teach our courses. And the other question you asked about personal treatment and training, yes, you can do personal treatment and trainings even after the first one. But you know what? If you take our course 3 times, you're going to know it inside and out. And personal treatment and training is where a couple may come to you and you're going to teach them how to eat, drink, think properly for themselves and each other, and they can do the non-surgical on each other. We've got practitioners all over the world that are charging anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, depending on like if it's a perfect pain-free pregnancy, it's 10 days. If it's just a couple's training with the non-surgical and doing the perfect day diet and becoming each other's practitioner, it's only 5 days. So if you look at personaltreatmentandtrainings.com, you'll see all the different trainings, Tim. So you can look at them, read them, and if you want to call me, my extension is 5. There you go. Who's next? Okay, can you recommend practitioner around Miami area? Patient is not transportable. No, but we do have somebody that does it, but he's in more near St. Petersburg. If you want, call me extension 5. Next, Debbie. What can be done for ED? I worry about what the blue pill does to my partner who is 59 years old. What is ED? Can you ask?
Erectile dysfunction.
Oh my God, please. Okay. Erectile dysfunction. We'll understand erectile dysfunction for one thing. Okay. On an emotional level. Okay. It could be because he believes he's unworthy. His partner cheated on him at one point, so he feels he's unworthy. Okay. Or it can be this. His bowels are so jammed up because the prostate sits right in front of the last 4 inches, and the prostate is so toxic it has crystallized and become scar tissue. What if his circulation's down? I guarantee you at 59 years old, his circulation's down. But let's make this perfectly clear. Back 50 years ago, men were having children in their 80s. Crazy, eh? Back 50 years ago, a man, his potency would drop, okay, around 70. 50 years ago, he wasn't at the height of his sexuality until 50. Now, our prime is 25 to 30. I didn't say it. That was a study. So by 30 years old, your prime, you're at your prime, and it starts to drop down from there. What do you think that's all about? Well, it's all about over-consuming toxic materials, but it's also blue light poisoning. It's also 5G, it's 4G, 3G, you name it. It's electrical magnetic pollution. And then tell me that men are emotionally balanced. Okay. Charlene, I am a friend, okay? A friend wanted to know why the C60 is light. She bought the hemp oil, one, because she thought it was black. You know, there is a difference between C60 on the internet. I said the sunflower oil is cheaper. Why of making if she wanted to know the difference? Sunflower oil is a cheap way of making it, but understand it doesn't really matter because the sunflower oil, I can guarantee you, probably doesn't have real C60 in it. Okay, and then it's how you process it. Most of the C60 is made in these little 1 liter blenders with a magnet on the bottom. We don't do it that way. Most of the C60 came from out of China. That's where it comes from. Let me tell you, we did a show. Is it Friday? No. When is it that we're doing with Richard? Thursday. Thursday at 12 o'clock noon. I'm coming on with Richard. You can ask him all the questions you want. Just do it. So now what Richard did, just so everybody knows, our C60 MCT oil has a light purple color to it. There's another company that's called Purple Power. They use palm oil to make it purple. How's that for a little bit of goofing around with your product? Now, our C60 MCT oil, Richard, it just in one batch, he went and put a high frequency in there and broke down the C60, and he said it would be a better assimilation for people. But now that it looks clear, everybody's freaking out. And we said, don't do that. So we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it. So he says it doesn't change the effect. But I said, yeah, but it does change the effect when people buy it. So ours is usually a light purple color, the MCT oil. Okay, and understand, we have true Russian C60. You're not going to find more than 2% of the product made out there that has real Russian C60, the real C60. And our C60 is actually made properly. And if you don't believe me, come on the show on Thursday, okay, at 12 noon. Or go store.docofdetox.com, go to the C60 page and watch the video that we did, and you'll understand perfectly well. Now, just know this, our hemp oil is the most expensive hemp oil that you can purchase. Sunflower oil is cheap, and there's a reason for it. Okay, it does not, hemp oil and MCT oil make the best C60 in the world. Okay? But like I said, ask your questions on Thursday at noon. Okay, no, I'll answer this one. Soapy, love your products. Just curious why they are in US dollars when they come from Kelowna, because they don't come from Kelowna. I'm Canadian, but I live in Mexico. And all our products, okay, most of our products are actually made, okay, in the United States, or they're made in Canada. And we've adjusted them to the price that we need to in US dollars to do it. you're not going to find a quality of our products at the price. You won't. I mean, I know what my quality's like. So if we were to make them in Canadian dollars, you would have to add whatever percentage is above that. So we're just actually keeping them at the US dollar price because US dollars still used around the world, and Canadian does not make up a lot of our sales. So if Canadian made up 90% of our sales, I still wouldn't do it in US dollars because we sell around the world and everybody understands that. And that's why. Where are we now?
Well, there's this LDL question.
How can I lower my LDL? Well, stress, and also bringing down the acidity in her bloodstream. It's the acidity in her bloodstream, and your bloodstream cannot get acidic. It can put you into a coma or death. And that's why the LDL is high. So stress is part of it, and then diet, but stress is the main thing. And also, what kind of blocks does she have? Is she crippled up? Does she have bowel problems? Does she have liver problems? You see, this is why the Perfect Day consult comes in. I mean, we're talking about $150. Do you know what the profit is on that? I'll tell you what it is. We need people to be educated, okay? Not manipulated. And we can get them educated into doing their own perfect day. They're on their way. Remember something, 90% of your health is how you think, drink, and eat. We can't take responsibility for that. You're with yourself 24/7. Do you know anything about self-healing cavities? Well, I do know that Dentagen and Merigen is going to do the best that it can do for healing anything about the jaw or about the teeth. That is the world's best. Go to my library at Doc of Detox and click on the ionic calcium guide, and then you're going to understand. Go to dental problems. You'll find out it's actually the only thing that does work. Karen Keller. So my research with scarring happens from viruses like scarlet fever, mad cow, and scars. This jab is causing inflammation and more scarring, not less. God help us. Oh, well, understand something. The scar tissue actually comes from the inflammation created by whatever we do, whether it's an emotional, physical, or it's the jab, or it's everything. Anything that creates inflammation is going to cause the body to make more fibrin to try to wall off the inflammation. So it's going to create scar tissue, but also wherever there's too much inflammation, the ligament, the tendon, the muscle, it's like being on a barbecue and you are frying it out. So it's going to shrink and get thinner. That's why when somebody says, I've lost an inch or 2 inches in my height, they haven't. The actual discs in between their vertebrae have gotten fried out, and most of that is caused because of bowel problems. Your large intestines right here, everybody. And the main surgeries that happen are go right behind your back, L3, L4, L5. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? And here's the deal. The infection from your bowels is getting into your spinal area. That infection creates inflammation, which causes scar tissue formation, displaced calcium, and guess what? You can reverse it. I don't care if they tell you have to have surgery in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you can get here to Ixtapa World Healing and Training Center, we're going to reverse it for you. I'm telling you right now, we got 2 people in wheelchairs here that we are doing amazing things for. Well, one's not in a wheelchair anymore. That's the truth. Okay. And the biggest problem I've had was I had to get rid of the displaced calcium in L3, L4, L5 in her sacrum. It was actually like a bloody hump. It was this high. I am not kidding. It was an inch high to an inch and a quarter of all calcium, like a turtleback. And I had to go in there and loosen up all that. And I brought it down in 2 treatments. I brought it down to a normal sacrum, and her spine was frozen and the vertebrae started to move again. That's the deal. So then once we got that, because her pelvis was being shoved way forward, okay, and she was walking like she was a puppeteer, like a puppeteer was working her, I had to teach her how to walk again. I had to teach her how to focus. So understand something. Even though she didn't have the pain anymore, even though we gave her back her freedom, she was still walking like she had pain, and she wasn't free anymore because guess what? Everything's a program. So she's walking like she's got a problem, but she didn't have it. And that's what she's working on right now, because you got to get your subconscious to buy into it, and the unconscious body, which is the cells in your body that have learned a program, whether you're turning your foot in or you're turning your foot out, whether you can't lift your knee up, even after you've been fixed, it's all in here. You got to change the program. Okay. Sandy, can you put hot water through the structured water unit? Yes, you can. I would prefer, because I'm drinking hot water right now, what I did is I put the hot water into an electric kettle. Excuse me. I put it into an electric kettle, and then I put it into my jug here. Okay? All right, and when you need to clean your structured water unit, all you got to do is just put it on your top rack if you put it in the dishwasher. And if you want to clean it any other way, get yourself a little brush and you can just scrub it clean. Okay, but it'll clean that way too. Okay, how are we doing? Janice, the more I listen to you, the more I want to come to Ixtapa. Well, come on, girl. Just do it.
There you go.
Can you take C60 while breastfeeding? Well, you want to take C60 while breastfeeding. Let's make this perfectly clear. C60, carbon 60, if it's real, okay, because the C60 market is like the wild, wild west. It's not monitored properly. And I already told you, the majority of C60 is not real out there. And I'm willing to be challenged. We're coming on with Richard Thursday at 12 noon. 12 noon. So why don't you come and challenge us? Why doesn't everybody out there who takes C60 or doesn't believe us come? Or the people that make it, why don't you come and challenge us? Because understand something. Let's get this on the table. And it's one thing to say something, another thing to prove it. Okay, so C60 is so important. Remember, C60 is the highest vibrational molecule. You have to understand that C60 is also in my glasses here. This is called carbon 60. And it's actually, these are fluorine lenses. They were actually developed by Tesla. But the gentleman that actually created the glasses actually got the Nobel Prize. Did you know that? And what it does is the C60 in the glasses, it takes all light and it brings it up to the highest frequency. Even you can get radiation from the sun, like, in the middle of the day. But the blue light coming off the computer, the 5G, the 3G, the whatever, 4G, whatever, all the cell phone information that's traveling, when it hits these glasses, it gets turned into healing. That's right. This will actually heal diseases in the body. And you're going, this is not true. Do your homework, please. This will heal your brain. This will heal your eyes. This will heal your body. This will make you feel at peace. Okay? Because everything is about light and frequency. And if it's positive, it'll regenerate your system. Now, whether you believe this or not, go take a look at carbon 60. It's called the buckyball. Okay? All right? And understand that the whole universe, and even the flowers, like you ever take a look at the daisies or the sunflower, they all have the C60 in them. Everything in this world, yeah, are you showing it to them?
Yeah.
Everything in this world that's created has this in it, this type of shape. And that shape, whether you want to believe it or not, that is a self-generating power plant. That creates energy out of nothing. It creates things out of nothing. It is the, how can I say this? The architectural mathematical design that has created the whole universe. And that's what C60 is. And C60 takes, the right C60, do you know what it takes? It takes hundreds of thousands of volts. Like it takes, let me put it this way. Do you know why a lot of the C60 is not on Amazon anymore? First of all, because we released the information about a lot of it being fraudulent. But guess what happened just 2 weeks ago? The Chinese government said that they're not going to let C60 be made anymore because it takes too much electricity. Because you have to put thousands of thunderbolts power into creating C60. And that's the bottom line. So that's why the competition's getting less out there, because China won't make it. They say they won't make it, so they're trying to stop people from making it. So it might become less and less, and who knows? And then they'll start making it again. There's a place in Texas, and they sell 95% of the C60 that is given to all the people that make C60 in North America. And guess what? Their C60 comes from China. And they make their C60 with those 1 liter magnetic vibrators. I'm not going to tell you the company because it's not about that. The reality is that we do it completely different, and Richard will explain it on Thursday. Okay? And understand, when C60 goes into your body, it goes to where you need to be healed. Whether you believe this or not, I used to wear prescription glasses. I don't wear them anymore. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, I am way sharper in my mind. I take 1 teaspoon 4 times a day without, you look at it, every time I go to the bathroom, I'll take a swig every 4 hours. Every 3 hours, I'll take a swig, just a little teaspoon under the tongue, hold it until it becomes water, and I'll swallow it. Then in the morning, I'll put a little bit on my face, okay? And that's all I do. Sometimes I'll put a little bit on my hair to bring my hair back to life, give it that shine, give it that luster. So that's what I'll do. C60, when you put it on your face or put it on your skin, it gets rid of aging spots. It gets rid of the wrinkles. It brings the color back. It brings elastin back into your face. It brings the collagen back. You heard what I said. But if you skin brush and you clap prior, then put it on your face, it's going to work a lot better. Okay? Jolanta, 26-year-old with lymphoma. Lymphoma, again, guys, just so you know, is a backup of the lymph system. Remember, we talked about that. Your bowels backed up. You backed up your liver. Now you back up your lymph. And your lymph moves like molasses. So if you don't move and get exercise, you eat incorrectly, wham, bam, jam. Now you're jammed up, okay? Cancer type B. Would you take her as a patient? Well, I'll tell you what. I would take her to make her into her own practitioner. I don't want to talk about making her into a patient or taking her as a patient. Let's make her into her own practitioner and she'll heal herself. That's what we want to do. Let's start talking differently. Let's take the patient and help the patient become patient enough with themselves to become their own practitioner, that they never have to become patient again or be a patient, that they learn how to heal themselves. She is after first chemo. Any practitioners in Poland, her hair falling out, after her hair is falling out. Okay. She's had 19 chemos. Yeah, really, go figure. Her hair is falling out. If she would have did the C60, if she would have did the ionic calcium and the black diamond while going through the chemo, trust me, she wouldn't be pushing the chemo away. That's mustard gas. They used that to kill people in the First and Second World War. So the reality is we're not going to be able to stop what it does. So don't worry. So your doctor doesn't know what he's talking about, but it would not just totally devastate her immune system that things fall out and fall down. Okay. I don't have practitioners in Poland. And Andrea Elizabeth, how do you suggest I get my smell and taste back after COVID? It'll come back. It'll come back with the things that I just said. Get the perfect day diet going. It'll come back. The inflammation and the infection knocked out, okay? Knocked out everything. It will come back. Bring up your vibration, love. And you can't do that if you're not doing something like the perfect day diet. Bring up your emotional, bring up your nutritional, bring up your physical. It's how to do it. Look at the perfect day diet. Look about getting one. How old is your oldest practitioner? Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Okay. I'll do that one in a second. I exercise. I do your tea, fulvic acid, ionic calcium, C60. I'm all out of ideas. Okay. It'll come back. How old are you? And start clapping. Okay. Start clapping your neck. Start clapping your face. Okay. Clap your head. Watch if I'm not right. Okay. You're doing a lot of good work here. Did you do the ultimate coffee enema? You might want to look into that. Tara, how old is your oldest practitioner? Daryl? Well, why don't you look at the videos that are on? You'll see Stephen. How old is Stephen, I wonder? I think Stephen's in his 80s.
I don't really look at people for how old they are.
I know, but you met Stephen, right? You seen him? Anyways, I think Stephen is like 80, 81, So the reality is guess what? He's doing the course for the second time. I'm not going to tell you he's a practitioner. He's here to learn. You know, a lot of people come and take the courses not to become a practitioner, but they want to become their own practitioner to heal their family and themselves. That's what he's doing. So, you know, we've had them as old as in their 70s, early 80s. I don't know. I think Stephen's around, I don't know. I think Stephen's around 70 something, late 70s or early 80s. Heidi, how can we source your products in Australia? We ship them there. Okay. And everybody, if you're looking for the phone number, you can call on WhatsApp, FaceTime, or Telegram. The number is 250-215-8004. That number should always be up for the worldwide calling. Okay, Sean? Okay. And then you don't have to pay anything. So let's make sure that we post that a lot. 250-215-8004. Okay. Where are we here? Debbie, what treatment would you suggest? My partner with erectile dysfunction, I would tell him to get an emotional counseling. That always helps because you need to think differently. And most times he has had the issue for 10 years. He's 59. Well, it's emotional mainly. And start get him on the daily cleansing tea, get him to do the ultimate coffee enema, get him also on the C60. Okay, get him on the prostate formula. Okay, we have a prostate formula. Have him take 2 of those twice a day, but get his bowels moving. Understand something. The prostate gets polluted by constipation, and that's a really big problem. And also, how does he talk about himself? Does he talk like he's got this, or does he talk from a victim point of view? And it really does matter. I would get a consult if I were you. I'd tell him to go with Dr. Keith Tong, and I'd tell him to get an emotional and nutritional consult. That's $300. That's it. To get both, to get the perfect day on an emotional and physical level. Tanya, do you have a practitioner in Belgium? No, we do not, love. Wendy, will C60 help with tinnitus? Well, you will, but we don't know why you have the tinnitus. Remember, tinnitus is that little wire that comes from the inner ear, and it's a nerve, and it goes to the brain, and it becomes inflamed, so it's vibrating a lot. Okay? So understand, when I started doing the curcumin cayenne, and I started doing the C60 and ionic calcium, that went away. I had one ear that did it, and it would drive me crazy. Whenever I didn't drink enough water, whenever I overworked or got stressed out, it would get worse. Well, that's kind of logical, right? So, Tara, I must admit your products are phenomenal and the world's best, I know. Thank you, sweetheart. Katrina, any thoughts on DMSO? I think DMSO is amazing. You know what? They don't like us having DMSO, pharmaceutical people, but this is the Doc of Detox DMSO gel. It's really strong, and you only need a teeny little bit, and you'll rub that mainly on joint areas or tough scar tissue areas, like from surgery. And you'll mix that with a little bit of our frankincense, okay, or with our Pain Away essential oil if it's a joint. If it's a scar, I would use frankincense. If it's a joint, I would use our Pain Away essential oil. If you're talking about things on the face, don't get it in your eyes, please. You could do your face or your breasts, or the more muscle tissue, or more gentle tissue. I want you to use the scented DMSO, and only use a little bit, and do a tester on your wrist of all the things like these 2 things. And understand, DMSO can smell a little like oniony, and it can also make you feel itchy. Don't just give yourself a little scratch or just clap. That's all you do. Just clap a little bit, because DMSO increases circulation. So if the circulation is bad, you might feel a little bit of itchiness there. Okay. But DMSO is amazing. If you want to get rid of joint problems, if you want to get rid of scar tissue, but feel free to give me a call and tell me what it is, and then I'll go in and do it. I had a tibia plateau fracture in April, had surgery. They put a plate in and 8 screws. I have healed well, but still have some swelling on the side of back of the knee. Well, that's because the scar tissue. So what I want you to do is get a clapper, and I want you to clap the area. Okay, and then I also want you to use a little bit of DMSO, get the gel and the cream, they're not expensive. And I want you to try the cream first, and if it's not strong enough, go with the gel, and then put the Pain Away essential oil right on the area. So first clap, okay? First clap the area, and then do it. You've got a block there. You don't have swelling unless you have a block. Okay, did you ever see a dam? Okay, so we got a wall and that holds back the water. That's called a dam. You've got a dam there. You've got a physical block of scar tissue and calcium, because what causes scar tissue and displaced calcium more than anything else? Surgery. So after every surgery, a human being should have Wolf non-surgical. End of story. So don't keep complaining and explaining, because most of the time it's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse and become like beef jerky. So go take a look at, everybody. Go to the top of the page, docofdetox.com. Go to Masterclass, and then click on that. Then click on A to Z Wellness Masterclass. And then after you do that, put in Wolf non-surgical, Wolf with an E. And guess what? You're going to get my masterclass worth almost $1,000 free. And you're going to find out that I'm right. So you're going to watch a 2.5 hour video. And then I'm going to show you every body part and what we do and why we do it. So there you go. Emotional chemistry. We've got all these wellness classes. Go in and watch all those wellness classes. And the emotional one, if you put in Brave Heart Free, you can have the emotional one. Get going. Get going. There's no reason why you should be suffering on an emotional and physical level when you decide that you're worth it. Okay? All right. I'm almost done here, Sean. They're running me down.
You know what? I think 3 people asked the same question twice just to see if you answer it again.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's just do this. I am recovering from ME.
Okay.
I have some liver scarring from a chemo overdose. My mitochondria are a bit wonky still. Which product would you recommend? I'd recommend the ionic calcium product. Ionic calcium. I'll just show it to you because I've been saying it a lot. There's the marriage, and that's the strongest one if you can afford it. If you can't, I get it. Okay. And then I'd also be going on our curcumin cayenne 5000. Where's that?
Oh, I'm going to beat you.
Oh, beat me up then, bud. Okay, so here's the curcumin cayenne 5000. Oh, okay, I'm glad you're doing it.
Oh, there we go.
See, all this stuff is on sale, everybody, with the whole life, with the Black Friday sale. And I wasn't trying to do this. This was Sean's idea, showing all the products. So we're not trying to set you up to buy the products. So just know that, Sean. Is that true?
Absolutely. I just
Yeah.
want to show pretty pictures.
Yeah, that's all. So he's going to do this. This is not a setup to make you buy. So let's make that perfectly clear. So I would be on the curcumin cayenne. I'd be on the C60. I would be on, and I know you're going, oh my God, can you not say anything else? I'd be on the black diamond. Understand, but if you've got liver problems, you need to be on the perfect day diet, and you need to be doing the ultimate coffee enema. Why aren't you taking the pressure off of your liver? So do the daily cleansing tea, do the ultimate coffee enema, and purge that. Can I show what it is?
Yep.
There it is. This is the ultimate coffee enema right here. There's the coffee. There's the bucket. And to do it right, you would also do tummy love, and you would do black gold. So there's the black gold. Whoa, just about hit myself. And here's the tummy love way over here. And understand something. If you go to a do-it-yourself guide, go take a look at the Ultimate Coffee Enema and the Do-It-Yourself Guide in my library. We walk through the whole thing. And then you can also go look at it in the 6-Day Advanced Water Fasting Guide in the library if you want to read about it. And then just know that we are doing an advanced water fasting challenge, 6 days. You can go longer. And it's going to be starting around January the 5th, sorry. January the 5th, because everybody's going to need it, because there'll be so many COVID cases, right? Because you'll need the emotional and the physical detox, because guess what? Because we're out of control. And also with all the squabbling about, well, Jenny got vaccinated, why didn't Peter? Okay. And then with having all the emotion going on, we'll drink too much, eat too much, and think too much. We'll run ourselves down, and then they'll call that, you know what? Okay. All right. Where are we? Would you, okay, Dylan, would you recommend drinking hot water? Does tea count, or does it just have to be pure hot water? Well, no, I would be drinking, if I was going to do the ultimate, I'll tell you what I'd be doing, because I do it. I would do hot water with black diamond, and I would put super cinnamon in it. That's my choice. Just 2 or 3 drops in a quart, and I drink that a few times a day. If I didn't like super cinnamon, I'd put orange burst, I'd put lemon lift. So essential oils are a lot better than usually just getting the fruit, believe it or not, because they're concentrated. But understand, drinking tea, no, black tea is not good for you. Okay. And there's a lot of teas that they say are healthy, but they're not healthy like this. They're not healthy like the Black Diamond. Are you kidding? Watch the show that we did this morning with John, and you'll find out the miracle of humic and fulvic. It's on Facebook, and it'll be on Telegram. It'll be on Rumble. It'll be on Bitchute. It'll be on Odyssey by tomorrow, right?
Yeah, be on everything.
It'll
be
always
forever.
Always forever. Always forever. What is forever? Okay. Let me see here. Karen, reflex sympathetic dystrophy and successful closing the pain gate. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The medical system is going to make up a lot of BS, dysfunctional belief systems. I don't believe a word they say. All right. You know, the day that your medical doctor gives you a money back guarantee on his therapy, like we do, will be the day I listen to him. And the day that he actually gives you things that he says that there's not 20,000 different symptoms that could kill you, then that'll be the day I listen to him. There's not one negative symptom from my products. Okay. Most of my products lock down the viral, they lock down the chemical, and they carry it out so you don't even have to experience anything. How good is that? Clarissa, I'm sensitive to coffee. What else can I use for my coffee enema? Well, let me tell you something. Going in the mouth is completely different than up the rectum. So do it earlier in the day, love, and try it one time, and then just do 1 teaspoon, 1 level teaspoon of coffee. Let's just make that. Don't do any more than that. And then do a coffee enema and then tell me what you think. Okay? All right. And just go to the do-it-yourself guide and take a look at the do-it-yourself guide in the library and then look at how to do it. Does C60 create a detox reaction? Well, it might. So just slow down a little bit. But the reality is we don't see that happen much. And we really don't. I'm not going to fib to you. Vince Gillis. And you know what? If you were to take the cork out of your butt, which means that if you were to do the daily cleansing tea when you go on and you start getting the plumbing open, I mean, how does it feel when you have a really good dump? Okay, seriously. Okay, so think about the last time you had this really great bowel movement. How did you feel? Oh, wow, what a day I had. Think about the last time that you couldn't go or you felt there was a little bit more that could come out. How'd you feel? It's not psychological. Okay, everything needs to move. We can't have stagnation. And if you're going to go in and try to do a detox program, get the cork out. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. You know what? Can we just save this and then lock it off? Lock it off, and then I'll answer these another time.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, this is Tuesday. Wednesday, we got Infinite Iodine at 12 o'clock with Terry Mullins. That's a Q&A. So join the Zoom and come on in. Come on in. And we're going to find out if we can do a different Zoom link for this New World Practitioner so everybody can hop in, right?
Sure.
So I'm going to talk to Raph and we'll change that, okay? Thursday, we've got the Miracle of C60 with Richard at 12. And then on Friday, we've got microcirculation and Avicin with Thomas Muehlbauer at 12. Upcoming courses, January the 12th, we'll do the whole New World Practitioner certification again. Go to newworldpractitioner.com if you want more information, or call me on extension 5. And you can just do the whole life coach, or you can just do the Wolf non-surgical, or you can do both. It's up to you. And you'll find us on Telegram at t.me/the Doc of Detox, Rumble, Doc of Detox, Bitchute, Odyssey. Yeah, there it is. Holy crap. Holy crap. Anyways, it's been a day, guys. I just want to thank everybody for coming and joining me. And yeah, I think I was in mood number 34 today. Okay. So I want to thank you for joining me and understand something. I want you to think about this. What if you could totally unconditionally love yourself? Oh, well, that would make you the same as that which created the whole universe. Okay. Don't believe these rules for fools. Okay. Because that which created everything loves you beyond love. God bless. Thanks for joining me. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it. Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited. What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time. Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite. You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together. So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners, or even so-called whole life coaches, that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart, and we're going to become the spark that you seek. Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win. I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico, and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited, because this is your life. And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams, and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. So what is a New World Practitioner? Well, a New World Practitioner is somebody that understands that training comes before treatment.
Have I noticed any changes in myself since taking this course? Oh, yes. Yes, I have. I definitely have.
There's so much more ahead of you, and there's so much more that you can find within yourself, and there's so much that you can let go of to free yourself. And I'm excited to be able to help others find their power.
It's not a treatment. It's like a restoration. You can renew your body. And I didn't understand what was preventing me from healing.
I guess this is where I kind of get emotional, because Daryl truly cares, not only for himself, but humanity in general. And he wants to educate people to live their best lives and learn to love themselves first before anybody else.
The Whole Life Coach certification. We go deeper in that 8 days than anybody else goes when it comes to learning how the invisible creates the physical, the psychological creates the biological. And we teach you about energy medicine and about vibration and frequency, because that's all it is.
He really cares for everybody. He wants to educate as many people as he can, their own healers / practitioners. He wants to get the knowledge out.
Dr. Wolf and the whole crew, Sage and his bodywork techniques, learning it, everybody here has just been so incredible. They're so supportive. It's been a really cool experience.
I've seen nothing but incredible results day after day, hour by hour, while they work on people who get finally the effect and result that they've looked for everywhere else and never got. So they're amazing, amazing.
On a daily thing, I'm becoming more flexible and more pain-free. It's a process of treatments because of the damage I've done to my body. But yeah, I expect to be doing backflips. You know, I'm 64 years old. I'll be doing backflips.
When it comes to the Wolf non-surgical certification, nobody can pull fibroids apart or reverse joint, muscle, tendon, ligament problems or scar tissue from surgery quicker than we can. And we offer a money-back guarantee to all our patients. Now, why would we do that? because we pull off the I am possible and we reverse the irreversible.
They're so professional, yet so fun. They know how to push you to your limit. They encourage you, so it's all positive training, and really every one of them has a piece that they offer to the business, and they don't miss things. They let you go to the next level.
To use my love and light to be in service of others. And that's part of healing, right? Where as my elbow is connecting to that skin, you know, I'm delivering my frequency to the person that's seeking that work, you know, because I will always have that love and light inside me.
And a New World practitioner understands that you can't give what you're not. So until you understand that unconditional love and care for oneself is what you need to become so that you can give that to your patients, don't expect a different outcome than every other practitioner out there. And that's what we teach here, because you need to become what you want to see in all of your patients. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is massive, personal action. That's what it's going to take for you to turn your life around. And to turn your life around, you're going to have to go within if you want to change without. And that's the bottom line. And you know, people think that they can do it like with a consultation, or maybe they can do it with a telephone call or a Band-Aid or a 911 emergency, a treatment. But understand, that's not the way it is. The day that you realize that when you master your mind is the only time you're going to master your body. Forget your life. That's always going to be just random luck until you know that you must become the master of your day. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you must be the only authority for you. And if you think that getting an hour consultation is going to do it, it's not. If you think that going for therapy is going to do it, it's not. You have to submerge yourself into what we would call the personal treatment and training. And you need to do that from anywhere from 6 days to 10 days, or you need to come for my whole life coach certification, because if you don't go in deep, you'll never make changes. They say it takes 10,000 times for you to repeat something before it becomes a prominent, dominant thought. And if you understood that 70 to 90% of all your thoughts are not yours, and they say that 70% of your thoughts are toxic, tell me they're not. Take a look at the majority of the population. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means the body is attacking itself. Before that, though, the person was attacking themselves on a subconscious, unconscious level. And that, my friend, is the bottom line, and why you must take a personal treatment and training and go deep and understand how to run your life. What that means is learning how to think, how to drink, how to eat, and knowing when somebody is mistreating you, when someone is disrespecting you, because until you honor and respect yourself, no one else is going to do it. So understand, this is your life. If you want to live your passion and purpose, then you must become the master of your mind to become the master of your body so that you can become the light for your family. So please, consider this. You've got the time and you've got the money, because you're going to change the rest of your life for the rest of your life, and that's my guarantee to you.